Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Real Sports Updates here. Back again with another video. You see the thumbnail. Are the media talking head, the sports media talking heads, what are they talking about? Are the Lakers a super team, or are they old? Or are they an old super team? Okay, let's dive into it. And I don't have to go down a list and talk about what everybody said, but as I watch, some of these sports shows, some of these, sports media talking heads, there's a big contingent of these quote unquote analysts and experts who believe that the Lakers are old. They're so old and they're so brittle that they're not going to be able to get through the season and all this other crap. And there's a few of them who are like, oh, well, they're a super team. They have so many guys on the team, and just cut it out. All of it is BS. And we know this. We know this. If you're an NBA fan, you know that nothing really matters until we get to about March. Maybe late February, early into March. That's when things start to matter. That's when records start to come into play, and that's when you're going to see who, what a team really is made of. The NBA is really it's really the only sport right now where regular season is, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it does not count for everything. You can have a subpar regular season, get into the playoffs in the 7, 6, 7 seed or whatever, win a first round series and actually be in play to actually compete for a title or a shot at the conference finals or whatever. So this is really the only American sport right now that really doesn't have a huge emphasis on the regular season. Now, obviously, the Lakers overhauled their roster. They made a bunch of signings in the offseason, and all of it was pretty much courtesy of Dennis Schroeder turning down that long-term deal. None of the signings, Carmelo, Ariza, none of that happens. Russell Westbrook, none of it happens without Dennis Schroeder declining to sign long-term, which was a stupid decision on his part, we all know. But it's really courtesy of him. So that pretty much, greenlit everything that the Lakers did, Rob Pelinka and the front office did, as far as the transactions. So with all these new guys, we all know this is going to take time. And there's going to be so many of the media talking heads. If the Lakers come out and they lose, to the Warriors, if they come out and lose to the Warriors tonight, they're going to go crazy in the morning time. They're going to go crazy and talk about how bad the Lakers are and how terrible they are and how they don't fit and all this other crap. And it's such BS. And stuff like that, honestly, was the reason why I wanted to start this channel, because we're going to see so much hyperbole going on throughout the season, especially when it comes to LeBron. I mean, golly, man, he is, I love having a guy on the Lakers, but I mean, damn, like everything, every play gets criticized. I mean, he can't even turn the ball over without people like, oh, what's wrong with LeBron? Like, it's like, golly, man, like, I don't even remember Kobe having this type of scrutiny. It's ridiculous. It's so crazy. And as Laker fans, we just sit back and just like, man, can we play? Can we lose a few games? Damn, like, and, I think it's going to be important for the Lakers to really come out and and it's going to sound crazy what I'm saying, but winning these games early in the season really isn't going to matter all that much. If we lose some games, it's not going to, it's not going to be a back-breaking thing, especially considering how long the season is. But if they lose some games, it depends on how they lose games and how they look in those games that they lose. That's why it's not really going to, the win and loss column is not going to be affected by this. It really doesn't matter as far as playoff seedings. The top 4 get home series in the first round. So if the Lakers finish within the top 4 in the Western Conference, they'll get a home series in the first round. So I don't think it really matters all that much. Especially with the veteran team too. You can take these guys on the road. It really doesn't matter at this point for the Lakers. But you're going to see a lot of hyperbole, and it's going to be a lot of BS, and all of it is just ignore it, man. All I can say is just ignore it, because it's going to be stupid. This team is going to take some time to fit together. There's guys on the roster whose styles don't really fit with each other. I think Frank Vogel and the coaching staff, they're going to have to develop a plan, especially with the substitutions and stuff on, who to play and what style do they want to play, because normally if in years past, and not that the Lakers were a really fast break team or whatever, but normally, you would have a guy like Kuzma or, I don't know, one of the younger guys come off the bench, and, you kind of have, you got LeBron going to the bench. You kind of want to speed it up a little bit, especially with Anthony Davis playing the 5. You kind of want to speed it up, get the ball run a little bit. So, I mean, does that happen this year? Possibly. With Russell Westbrook, he's a dude he's gonna take off. So everybody knows pretty much the way he plays, and I don't think the Lakers are expecting him to change too much of what he does. I think it's up to, like I said, the coaching staff to really get these lineups together on who fits, who doesn't, and there's guys on the roster who fit. They fit in the way that they want to play. And the type of style that they want to play. If they want to go big, they can go big. There's, we have big guys on the team. If we go small, then there's enough guards, and obviously there's wing players, so there's a good mixture of veterans, young guys, and every position group is kind of balanced out. There's not too many guards, there's not too many wings, there's not too many big men. Everybody's kind of balanced out now. It's a really balanced roster. I like that. But it's up to the coaching staff to make everything mesh together. And it's going to take some time. I don't think that this is going to... The Lakers are not going to come out and, start with this, the 72-10 stuff. And that, honestly, is as a Laker fan, that's my worst nightmare. Is for the Lakers to come out and I don't think they will, but what they start the year off and they rip off 7 or 8 straight wins, and everybody, it's just the greatest team of all time. And it's going to be all this hyperbole, all this bullshit you see on these sports media shows in the morning time, and it's it's not going to be that. If the Lakers come out and they look good early in the season, they're not as good as they look, and if they come out and look bad early in the season, they're not as bad as they look. So everybody should keep an even mind, stay on the even keel. This is not going to be an overnight project. These guys need minutes. They all need minutes together, and they all need to learn each other's kind of not just their styles, but tendencies and stuff, things that you learn about your teammates in practice and stuff. So I think they need more time. Obviously, they need more time, more practice time, but they need minutes on the court. Everybody kind of played in the preseason, so and obviously they were 0-4 in the preseason. A lot of people talking about that too, so as if any of that matters. But they did look a little better every game in the preseason, so you leave it up to everybody else, and they're like, oh my God, did they all forget how to play basketball? And it's just so much hyperbole, so much exaggeration. And most of it is just for attention and views and all that stuff. But looking at it from an objective standpoint, as a lifetime basketball fan, lifetime NBA fan, lifetime Laker fan, this is going to take some time. But I think this is going to work out. Everybody has the right attitude, and I think that's what counts. That's what counts, really, is everybody's attitude. Everybody is willing to sacrifice. I don't think any of the guys that we sign are coming in expecting to score 40, expecting to take 25 shots a game. They're willing to come in and contribute, and everybody wants to be a part of a winning team, be a part of a championship team, and to be a part of a championship team with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's a different. It's a different thing. It's one thing to be a champion. It's another thing to be a champion with the Lakers. It's a lucrative thing. You know, I still see World Peace, Metal Runner Test. I still see him doing a lot of stuff around LA all the time. He's booked for doing, you know, different events, and he's wearing his championship ring and showing it off and all this stuff. Like, he does a lot of different stuff. So, and he won that one championship 10 years ago with Kobe, or 11 years ago now, with Kobe. You know, the when we beat the Celtics. So that it's a lucrative thing, man. He's still eating off that championship, and probably will. You know, he's still gonna be making appearances and stuff. So, you know, I think everybody wants to sacrifice. I think Melo is a guy that wants to sacrifice. I think Russell Westbrook is a guy that wants to sacrifice. And I think LeBron wants his fifth ring. And you know, I think another motivation to it is getting it in front of the fans this year. You know, no bubble or anything. Winning the championship in front of the fans. Potentially in the Staples Center. You know, that would be a very, very, very special sight to see. So I think the Lakers they're in a good place right now. But like I said, it's going to take some time. Do not let the hyperbole, if you're a Laker fan, don't let the hyperbole get to you. Don't overreact to it, because you're going to see it. You're going to see it everywhere. I remember a couple of years ago when the Lakers and Clippers started the season off, and the Clippers beat us, you know, I don't know, by 7 or 8 points or something like that. And you know, a respected analyst, Kenny Smith, you know, he's sitting outside the Staples Center after the game and says that Kawhi made LeBron look unathletic. Yes, so you're gonna see a lot of this stuff. If I don't know, if LeBron has a game where he has like 14 or 15 points, people are gonna say, "Oh, he's not athletic anymore. He can't do anything." Like, it's you're gonna see a lot of it, and it's gonna be stupid. And you know, when I see it, I'm gonna point it out. I'm gonna try to cover some of it, because this is going to be one of the most talked about Laker teams ever, just because of the talent that we have on the squad, and it's not just the talent, but it's who it is. You know, it's LeBron, it's Melo, it's Westbrook, it's Anthony Davis. You know, these guys they're going to be talked about all season long, and most of it is just going to be bullshit. It's going to be bullshit. It's going to be stupid ass topics on the morning shows. Are the Lakers the best team ever? Are the Lakers the most underachieving team ever? Are the Lakers the blah blah blah, whatever, you know, anything you want to put in there, insert ever? It's just going to be BS. Stephen A is going to be running his mouth. Skip Bayless is going to be hating on LeBron, saying that he sucks and he can't do anything right and all this. So it's just going to be the same BS. But when you watch the game with the eye of improvement. Watch it, you know, from game 1 to game 82. Watch it and see who is improving, who is filling their role, you know, who is contributing, and who is getting better as the season progresses. You know, we pretty much know with LeBron and AD and Westbrook and Melo to a certain degree. We kind of know what those guys are about, Dwight Howard. But who else? You know, who the young guys are improving? Is THT improving? How's Kendrick Nunn playing? What's Malik Monk doing? Like, this is the stuff to look at. This is the real important stuff to look at, because you know, you're gonna need those guys going down in the playoffs. You know, especially the shooting that they bring. So you can't look at this through the eyes of you know, feast or famine. This is not going to be one of those years to do that. And I don't think the Lakers are really focused on trying to be the best team ever or whatever. They're just trying to hang that banner up in Staples Center. And honestly, as a fan, that's all I want too. I don't care what seed we are. It doesn't matter. You know, especially if our team is gelling at the right time, then we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And, you know, we're going to be a threat to win another title. So we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to say that there's going to be so much bullshit with the season starting tonight. You know, I'm not looking forward to it. You know, and in times past I would consume a lot of that, just to hear what people are saying. But, you know, like I said, the reason why I started this channel is to give you know, unbiased thoughts, be objective about stuff. And I'm a fan of my teams and stuff, but I'm objective. You know, if we suck, I'll say we suck. If we don't play well, I can say that we don't play well. And it's not excuses. You know, it's just facts. And I'm just, you know, going off of what I see and calling it how I see it. So yeah, this is just going to be a kind of a wait and see. You know, be patient, and you know, these guys are going to they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good, and I expect after, you know, I think before the All-Star break, you know, there might be some tough losses out on the road, just based off of the newness of everybody and how everybody's role will be, you know, especially down the stretch. What role does Melo play down the stretch? What role does Russ play down the stretch? You know, who has the ball in their hands? You know, obviously we want LeBron to have the ball, but because of his passing ability, you know, he's willing to give it up. So who takes the shots? Does Melo take the shots? Does one of the young guys take the shots? Does Anthony Davis take the shots? Like, so I think that's going to be one of those things that's gonna have to be worked out on the fly. You can't really work on those situations in practice. You can simulate them, but they're not anything close to what an actual game is. You know, with the crowd going crazy and stuff. So, you know, I think that'll be something to watch going forward. But like I said, the Lakers will be fine. There won't be any. I don't think there's going to be any. You know, unhappy campers or whatever. Everybody's there because they want to be there. They want to contribute, and they want to help bring a championship to LA. So another championship to LA. So we'll see going forward. But like I said, just if you're a fan, just watch. Keep your eyes out and watch for improvement. And that'll let you know going forward that the Lakers are gonna be fine. So not all these jokers on TV who are gonna, you know, yell and scream and try to get as many views as they can. And you know, just, you know, take a swing at the low hanging fruit that the Lakers always are. So, you know, we'll see it, but you know, it's not gonna mean anything at the end of the day. So, yeah, just wanted to give my thoughts on that, and you know, hopefully the Lakers have a good season. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.